Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while, 5 months to be exact, but I figured I was just gonna do a little video for you guys. If you've been with the channel before, you might know that I've been kind of taking a break from this channel to focus on my Swedish channel instead, which honestly it does perform so much better than this channel. But anyway, I really don't want to just completely ditch this channel. It's fun doing stuff in English, so I can reach more people, even though it doesn't reach a whole lot of people, and especially now since I haven't posted anything in 5 months. But yeah, you get the picture. It's just for fun. And yeah, we are gonna do a room tour today. And if you've been with the channel before, you might realize pretty fast that I have changed up the room quite a bit. Still a mess in here. Not sure if that's ever gonna change, but it is what it is. Snake room is always a work in progress. And I do have some new stuff, and yeah, I've sold a couple of things since my last video. But yeah, it's pretty great anyway, so yeah, I hope you'll tag along. But before we do that, I just want to say, if you think I look crusty as hell and just all kinds of disgusting, it's because I am. Because it's the height of summer and it's so warm. Got the window open, and I also have this fan trying to blow all the warm air out of that window, but it's still so warm in here. So yeah, apologies for looking like trash basically. But yeah, you don't care about that. You want to see the animals. So I'm not sure we will be able to see all the animals, but I will try my best. But let's start over here. As you might remember, if you're old on the channel, right here on this stand, I used to have that enclosure, but yeah, I moved this here, and I just wanted to move stuff around. And really, yeah, you'll figure out my reason. But down here, right there, fat and happy, that is my Sri Lankan pit viper. And I'm also gonna do this while I'm like doing chores, so I want to stick around for that. So being super warm and all that, these arboreal guys have a tendency to sometimes wander down onto the ground. It tends to be a little bit cooler at ground level. Yeah, they might come from tropical places, super warm places like Sri Lanka in that case, but they do tend to stay away from the very warmest part. You tend to find these guys like in the jungle, and yeah, it's not gonna be cold, but it's not gonna be like super intense sunlight, because you're gonna have all the trees and stuff to kind of shade you from that. So it's gonna be warm, but not like insanely warm. And these guys can actually be a little bit sensitive to that. Although from what I've read, there is like one locality of these guys that tends to hang out in more arid places. They have talked about making that into like its own subspecies. So yeah, it does vary a little bit, which we'll get to in just a second. I'll make that 2 seconds, by the way, because we gotta check out this guy. if we can. Not entirely sure if that's possible. Well, I have no idea where he is. Or she. But I do have my Malagasy cat-eyed snake in here somewhere. Not sure where, it's still pretty tiny. And yeah, got a lot of places to hide, so yeah, I'm just gonna miss it in here and we'll move on to the next one. But yeah, like I said, some of these arboreal guys isn't always gonna be found in like a jungle or a super, you know, humid place. And one snake that is like, it's just such a common mistake. People say, well, they love humidity and, you know, all that, and that's not true. And that's gonna be the blue insularis. And I'm sorry about the flickering lights. I got a tip from someone on my Swedish channel on my last video talking about this, but I haven't had the time to kind of check it out. But yeah, anyway, the blue insularis, as you can see, is the range. And yeah, insularis are found on places like Komodo Island. Will she strike the camera? She might, because it's warm. Nah, she's a good girl. But yeah, you find these guys on like Komodo Island, like the Lesser Sunda Islands. And typically, those are not like jungly, rainforest type islands. It's, the climate there is actually pretty harsh. So these guys do not like too much humidity. I see a lot of people talking about that, like, oh, they love the humidity, and then they tend to just die. Like, they don't keep them for, you know, a very long time because they end up dead, and they can't seem to figure out why. And that's gonna be the humidity. So I do kind of try to keep the roots. This one is doing the potato thing where it kind of looks for the soil. But yeah, I kind of like do the roots and stuff so the plants can actually survive, but not a whole lot of misting for that girl, who's, by the way, still kind of fat. Yeah, most of these guys ate like this weekend. Today's Monday. Some ate Friday, some ate Saturday. So yeah, about to be fat and slow, some of them at least. And next up is an enclosure where we won't see anything because it's my vampire crabs. If you've been with the channel, you might know that I've kind of had them for a while. Haven't really had them in a super good setup in any way, but I did spend some time on this. It did turn out pretty good. I had to kind of empty out like half a gallon of water because with the misting and the fogger and stuff, just the water level kind of rose too much. So yeah, the soil was kind of saturated in water. That's where the color comes from as well. So I had to empty out a little bit, and I realistically need to change out a little bit more, but it took forever because I used this and that sucks. So yeah, I'm gonna do that some other day. Anyway, let's just give it a nice little mist. And yeah, I had 3 crabs. I bought them like back in November, maybe something like that. I should have a video on that, I think. But a while back I did notice at least 8 babies. So oh yeah, there's some crab on here, but that blurry thing right there, that's a baby crab. Yeah, oh, there's one. There, see it move. Very nice. Actually, it looks like they're starting to get some color, which is super cool because they're like grayish when they're born, so not a whole lot of fun, but still super cute. And I was really surprised to find a whole bunch of baby crabs. There's another one. Don't know if you can actually see it. Yeah, I think maybe it's foraging for something. Not sure, but yeah. Anyway, it's super cool. I love it. They are adorable, and yeah, I also really need to keep the grown-ups well fed because yeah, they can actually eat their babies. We don't want that, and I haven't really had the energy to kind of chase them all around. I should have done that because as babies they hang out in the water. They're born in the water, but then they kind of migrate up to land, and yeah, I should have picked them out before that because now it's really tricky to get a hold of them. Some of them are still hanging around the water, so I could possibly get a hold of them, but yeah, I just gotta keep feeding them and see how many crabs I'll eventually have. But let's take it down a notch. Ooh, old man knees. Anyway, here we have a whole lot of reflection. Let's see. Again, yeah, it looks kind of crappy. I guess it's a shed coming on pretty soon. But that's Diego. That's my Yucatan neotropical rattlesnake. He is a very good looking boy, normally at least. Now he's not looking his finest. But I can find him in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Right on the border to, well, not right on the border, but pretty close to Central America. But yeah, he is so cool, and yeah, he does make a mess out of his water. I am gonna fix that, just like I've fixed it like 1,000 times, because yeah, he likes to do that annoyingly. But yeah, I will at least mist here, but I'll do that as soon as I've talked about his little neighbor, who is nowhere to be found apparently. But my saw-scaled viper lives in here. He likes to hang out around this cork thing, like in there somewhere. But I guess he is just busy digesting his food. But anyway, he's been part of this channel since day one, so if you want to see him, there's plenty of videos of him. He's a goofy little character, and yeah, he's cool. Be camera shy today. And so if you've been on the channel, it feels like I've said that like 20 times now, but you remember my Cape Cobra, Chiquita? When I got her, she lived in that little one down there, which fit her quite good. Now she lives here. This is her second upgrade because she is so damn active. Let's see, she's my best snake. So yeah, I'm gonna fold this out, get a couple of close-ups on her. Hi, honey. Yeah, her coloration is a bit weird, so I suppose we have another shed coming up. She usually kind of sheds like every time she eats. Not really, but almost. So Yeah, she's looking a little bit dark, but she is still a lovely, lovely snake. And by far the best snake I've ever had. And yeah, she is so well behaved and just the best. I love her. But yeah, color wise, not her finest moment. But yeah, who cares? She could be the most boring color in the world. She still has the greatest personality of any snake ever. Although I really need to scold her for doing that to her water. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Hello. I was hoping for her to drink. It's the cutest. Anyway, let's move down here. Sadly, you will only see one of them. But yeah, this is my female puff adder. The male is hiding out somewhere in the back. Not exactly sure where, but he'll show up eventually. But not in this video, I would assume. But yeah, she is very happy at the moment, I would assume. Well fed and yeah, taking it easy. She is so beautiful though. I mean, the male is pretty as well, no doubts. But her, like the contrast and everything about her pattern is just so sweet. I really love puff adders. They are awesome. Yeah, maybe if the male shows up at some point before this video is over, I'm gonna show you him. And I'm also gonna look up at Chiquitas. So we have arrived at another one of our OG channel members. That is my Indo-Chinese spitting cobra, Pink. Who, yeah, she also looks pretty fat. You happy? Yeah, if you've been with the channel, again, like 37th time. But yeah, you might remember her as being shy and always hiding. You would never really see her unless I picked her out. But yeah, a couple of sheds ago, she kind of transformed and became like super active, out almost all the time. So yeah, it's really, really nice to see that. And I love her so much. She is so well behaved. She's so good. And yeah, you look a bit chunky. I still have a little bit of food to digest. But yeah, she's great. Like, she used to be my favorite snake until I got Chiquita. She's just way too awesome. But Pink, yeah, I still love her so much. She is the best. Anyway, moving on. So the next couple of snakes I've actually locked into this little box. Because it's quite fortunate that they are both in there, because as you can see, poop. This enclosure is never clean. Never. Well, basically not more than 24 hours at least. But at least I don't have to fight any of them today, which is awesome. So just gotta grab some paper and clean up some poop. So I was hoping to kind of coax them out a little bit by misting. They usually kind of likes that. But anyway, that's my green mambas, my eastern green mambas to be precise. And yeah, normally at least one of them will be out, visible. But today I guess not. Don't know if it's because of the heat or whatnot. They don't even have any heat on, but yeah, it's still pretty warm in here. But yeah, I will show them before this video has ended. I will show these guys because sooner or later they will come out. But in the meantime, we might as well check out this handsome gentleman, my eyelash viper. And yeah, for you OGs, I guess you can see that he's grown a fair bit. I don't know if it's even visible on camera. Yeah, it has to be. But yeah, he's grown quite a bit. Like if I can see it, I'm sure you guys on camera will see it too. But yeah, nice little mist. Not loving the fact that its hair is very green. Hair is like a big gap. Need to plant something more. Actually, he's probably due for an upgrade anytime quite soon anyway, so maybe that's just a waste of time. And I should probably just go for a bigger enclosure. And right next to him we have his loud-ass neighbor, aka my Western Diamondback, who, I mean, as you can see, he did shed not too long ago, so he's looking pretty fine. Let's see. Damn reflection from the outside. But yeah, as you can see, he is pretty nice. He's actually not quite as loud as he's normally is, because yeah, he drives me crazy. And yeah, right next to him we got the arboreal tower, one there we have here, and another arboreal tower. So let's check him out. I know he's a bit funky in the way he's laying, but yeah, that's my Vogel's pit viper. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good look at him. Maybe he will lift his head up when I'm misting. Or, you know, he doesn't care even a little bit. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yeah, oh, he's drinking. So just keep the water flowing. Or not. Oh, yeah, he's such a good looking animal. And by the way, I am using quite cool water today when I'm misting. You know, in this heat, these arboreal guys, like I said, can be a little bit sensitive. So yeah, I'm trying some cooler water just to give them a chance to breathe, basically. Like we all know how difficult it is to breathe when it's too warm. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So the next couple of snakes, unfortunately you won't see more than this right now. There's two of them. I don't know if you could tell from that what it was, but I got two of them, and usually one will be there and one will be there or hiding out in the corner, but they're hanging out in there. But I do have a couple of clips that I've actually, from my last video, from one of them, because I've been too lazy to kind of delete them, fortunately for you guys, because these are my South American Bushmasters. pretty awesome snakes. Pretty awesome, pretty big. Hence this rather long enclosure. There's a bit of poop there, but I can solve that by putting something in front of the entrance and basically use that thing like a lockbox or a trap box. So I am gonna do that. But yeah, these are definitely new to both new and old followers of this channel. I've had them for, I don't know, a couple of months, something like that, and they are awesome. It's such a bucket list animal for me. I was, you know, I've been wanting to have Bushmasters for quite a while actually, but you know, they're quite expensive and all that jazz, so yeah, I wasn't really thinking that was something that was possible, but you know, a friend of a friend had a pair and my friend kind of brokered a deal, so yeah, they're mine and they're awesome and I love them. We have some more new stuff, but first we are gonna check out an old friend who's been with the channel not quite since the beginning, but pretty much, and that's Goldwyn, my spectacled cobra. Let's see if we can kind of coax him out. Oh, there we go. Come on, Goldwyn. Oh. Come on, buddy. Don't be a coward. He actually is like the biggest coward in this room, but we love him. He's a great snake, and yeah, I suppose we won't see much more of him. But like I said, that's Goldwyn. He is a spectacled cobra or an Indian cobra, if you prefer that, although he is a Sri Lanka locality, so he looks a little bit different than just a normal spectacled cobra. A bit lighter, and he has like a gold tone-ish, hence why I named him Goldwyn. But yeah, he's a great snake, love him. Yeah, it's just it feels like he's been here forever. Although I've had Pink a lot longer, and same with my saw-scaled viper, and both of them has been here for way longer, but it feels like Goldwyn has been here about the same period of time. Oh, same with my male puffadder. I actually got him before Goldwyn, but yeah, he still kind of falls under that bracket as well. I think I got my male puffadder in my second ever video. Yeah, I did. But yeah, let's move on to some new stuff. So, unlike the Bushmasters, which are huge, this is a very tiny little guy. You can see him right there. Ooh. I better grab hold of the hook. Yeah, he's just a couple of weeks old. He doesn't really eat on his own. I have to assist feed him. But eventually he will take food on his own. So yeah, I'm just gonna lightly mist here, just so there's like a couple of droplets of water. He does have a water bowl, but these are boreal guys. Rarely drink from them. So yeah, and I don't want to stress him out too much. But yeah, that is a very classic species of snake. It's a white-lipped pit viper, Trimercerus albulabris, and he is het albino, so yeah, he does carry the albino gene. But as you can see, he's perfectly normal green. And yeah, it's a cute little guy. It's a pain in the ass, but he's cute. And yeah, hopefully he will start eating on his own sooner rather than later. Because I will move him into a real enclosure. I hate keeping snakes in like tiny boxes like this, but it is so much easier when you have snakes that behave like this. Yeah, because I do actually need to actually have it right here. I have to use this sponge to kind of press down on him and kind of feed him, assist feed him pinky legs. He can't even take a pinky head. So yeah, he's on pinky legs, which sucks. And I have to assist him with that. But you know, every now and then, you're gonna have a little bit of a challenge. It's not actually a challenge, it just sucks. It's just annoying. But anyway, let's put him back and bring out the last snake actually. So the other one was a het albino, a male. And this is a fully albino female. Would you look at that? Perfectly yellow and such cool eyes and a beautiful pink tail. And this one has actually been eating like a champ. She slams down full pinkies, no problems at all. And because of that, it wasn't too long ago since she ate, so I gotta be careful here. Oh, would you release the tail? Please. There we go. Almost. Come on, babies. There we go. So, because she's such an absolute champ who's been slamming food, I feel pretty comfortable putting her into an enclosure. Whoops. Sorry. Would you look at that? Oh, squirmy. Well, I guess we should just let her settle in. I was hoping she would like climb up, but dealing with animals and that can go basically any old way. But yeah, she'll probably love living here because I mean a box, I mean this is okay, but still just a box. Oh, hi Pink. Yeah, this is gonna be much better and much nicer. It's not fun to have snakes in boxes like that because you can't really see them, which obviously is not fun at all. So, yeah, way more happy with this. Yeah, you can barely see her. But yeah, I'm gonna let her do her thing, settle in, and yeah, that was every snake besides the freaking mambas. But don't worry, I'll wait for them to come out. So yeah, see you in, well, for you it's gonna be like a second. For me it might take anything from 3 minutes to 4 hours, I don't know. Well, I've been waiting forever and ever for both of the mambas to show up, but we got the dude, at least. He is pretty fat. He is full of chicken. But yeah, I have two of them and they are both the same species, so they're gonna look pretty similar. The female is a little bit nicer though, I have to say. She's a bit more bright green. He has some kind of yellowish hue, and she has a little bit of blue hue, I guess, thrown in there. So yeah, she's a little bit prettier, but yeah, maybe subscribe to the channel, and maybe it won't take 5 months until I make another video, and maybe then you can see how she actually looks. Unless she decides to pop out right now. No. Oh, by the way, she's been finding her way, checking things out, looking adorable. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So yeah, like I said, maybe subscribe if you want to see more content. And like I said in the beginning, this channel is basically put on ice, but it is fun to do content in English, so maybe I will try to do a little bit more just for fun. My main focus will still be my Swedish channel, because I actually want this channel, well, that channel, to become something. And like, yeah, to be honest, doing this in English, I mean, there's so many reptile YouTubers, so it's hard to kind of poke through in the mix. But anyway, yeah, just subscribe if you want to, or not. I don't care. No, I do actually. It would be fun if this video actually took off. But anyway, now I am rambling. My brother also does YouTube, and his English speaking channel is West Bay Reptiles Global. I will link that in the description, as well as my Swedish channel and his Swedish channel as well. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you at some point. Maybe. I hope so. Take care.